I'm not giving you till April, babes. I'm giving you to the end of February. You know what people want in this world? They want your confidence. They want your glow. They want your energy. You got to work on things that people can't take away from you. At that point, if you can't stop comparing yourself to other people's lives on the internet, then you need to get off the internet. And if you're comparing yourself to other people, how can God bless you if you want to eat off somebody else's plate? Work on yourself so that you have stuff to bring to the table. The reason why you're comparing yourself to other people is because you're not willing to do the work that it will require you to put in. It's like getting out of your comfort zone, putting in effort to be consistent, putting in effort to believe in yourself. The people that you're comparing yourself against, they're delusionally confident. They're delusionally believing in themselves. They keep showing up for themselves because they want the results. And hello, my beautiful people. I'm so excited to be doing a part 2 to becoming the woman of your dreams in 2025, especially if you're looking to reinvent yourself, rebrand, level up in 2025. I'm here to feed you a very strong and bold mindset and a confidence boost. Starting off with the lack of leadership. Now, listen, when I started my YouTube channel, I wasn't thinking of any negative comments that I would ever receive, which I have not really received any. I think within the year, I've only received 3, and I'm so grateful for my loving and supportive community. However, I want you to know that when you are looking to reinvent yourself, rebrand, or just redirect your life, not everyone is going to be kind to you on your journey. And it's so unfortunate that I had a Black woman recently right under one of my videos saying that I was trying to be like someone else. And that is a Black woman telling me I'm trying to be like someone who is younger than me. And this Black lady who is older than both of us wants to write something disgusting rather than being kind and giving feedback. Listen, it's not always going to be easy, especially as a Black woman, to develop yourself in a public space, because Black women and women in general work so hard in their industry and never get the acknowledgement that they deserve. Whereas if you look at where our culture is right now, I would say women, but Black women especially, are exploited in TV dramas, in sexually explicit artists or graphics, in the music, in the lyrics, involving yourself as a baby mama, or let's just say the baby mama culture. And honestly, I have been disgusted how Black women have been looked down upon, and that is our culture. That is what people think of Black women. That is what we are supposed to be. That is what we do. And that is what is only seen as the typical Black woman. Yet you do not see other races, like any Asians, ever exploited the way Black people are. So for another Black woman to come on my page and say something so ignorant, let's just stand up in 2025 and keep your mouth shut when you have nothing to say. Acknowledge the leaders who are out here working hard every single day to change lives, to share their life experiences and guide these younger women or older women into making better decisions that are going to impact their life in the future. Ladies, whatever comes out of your mouth should be empowering. If you have nothing nice to say in 2025, just swallow it. Because as a woman who is trying to become the better version of herself, your dream woman, what do you want to radiate? What do you want to leave in the world? Stop allowing ignorant words to come out of your mouth. The old Shen, I have put myself in scenarios where I was the foul mouth. I've been there on the other side before I even started reinventing myself. I wasn't always a nice girl. I'm going to be very honest. But listen, as you start to work on yourself and you start to grow into the woman of your dreams and you start to walk in your purpose and you realize that this life is not about you. This life is about you contributing to God's people, to God's children in any shape or form. how you contribute, how you show up for yourself, but how you show up for others, how you pour into others without selfishly seeking anything in return. This life is about what you can do for others. A lot of you guys want to start your own business. Think about what you can do for others. Sell that. Right? Sell them the feeling that they're looking for, that somebody out there is looking for you. Stand in your leadership and your boldness, and don't let old aunties bully you and tell you anything about yourself. We need to stand in our leadership and start to give more love and grace to people, and know that we are not here for ourselves, and we're not here to be selfish. We are here to love on the people around us. We are here to be leaders and examples for the people that will walk before us or beside us. We are here to show the younger generation that they're more than their body. They're more than where they are right now when they're stuck in their mental battles. They are allowed to show up and try their best. In 2025, you do not put people down. That is not how you stand in your leadership. And if you're older than me, I'm 30 years old. If you're older than me and you catch yourself with these negative, ignorant words coming out of your mouth, this is where you need to check yourself and ask yourself, who do you really want to be? Because you know what? If you're building a relationship with God, you can't even be in heaven with that kind of energy. And I had to check myself. I was like, if I want to walk with God and be in heaven one day, I know that I can't be like the old Shen in heaven. That's not acceptable. So you need to call yourself out, hold yourself accountable. It is not acceptable. Start showing up as a leader for the people that are younger than you, for the people that are older than you, for the women that are trying their best, for the women that are never acknowledged. Be a leader for absolutely every one of your sisters, and they do not need to be blood related. I want you to know, when you walk in your leadership and people get to see that, doors open. You know what people want in this world? They want your confidence. They want your glow. They want your energy. You got to work on things that people can't take away from you. Be careful of the ignorance that comes out of your mouth for others and for yourself. How you speak of yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you think of yourself. Actually, that will also spill over into other relationships. How you perceive other people as well. How you treat other people as well. So start standing in your leadership and catch yourself when you want to say something ignorant. Ignorance is not going to bring opportunities and blessings towards you. It's not. Standing in your confidence and your boldness and your leadership to know that you wake up in the morning on a mission to serve, to give, to pour your good energy into other people. Watch what God is going to do in your life. Which leads to number 2, walk with intention and purpose. When you walk with intention and purpose, you move differently. You walk differently. You carry yourself differently. You don't just have any kinds of conversations, and you don't just turn around to catcalling. You're going to walk differently. The posture is different. Your energy is different. Your belief in yourself and what you can achieve is different. Walk in your purpose and walk with intention. So I have some questions. What is your mission? I want you to sit deep and think about 10 years or 20 years, or if you were on your deathbed. I know we got to get deep here. What is your mission? And your mission, when you find that out, that is your purpose. I'm going to give you an example. Through the death of my father and seeing what he had gone through from having a stroke and then being a vegetable for a few years, then passing away, going through losing a father taught me so much about how precious life is and how important it is to deal with your trauma, how important it is to heal, how important it is to deal with your stress, how important it is to take care of your body, your mind, your soul, your surroundings, your blood pressure. I know that when that situation happened to me, I was already a coach, but I made my mission more intentional, that I would change lives deeper than a physical appearance. When I wake up in the morning, is to change as many lives as possible and to redirect them to knowing that you are here for more. So you need to find the mission that comes naturally to you. Look at all of the experiences and the lessons that you've already learned. But you know what? Sometimes you're holding on to those lessons. Oh, Why is it happening to me? Thinking that you're the victim. Open your eyes and see that there is something to learn in every situation. When you get yourself out of thinking like a victim, you will be standing in your power. It is not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. It's how you use it to your advantage. That is your story. It's a part of your story. I want to know, what do you want out of your life aside from worshiping idols, worshiping money, worshiping materialistic things? Because all of this stuff is not going to be coming with you when you're on your way to heaven. All of this stuff is going to vanish one day, just like you are going to vanish one day. So what do you want out of your life instead of worshiping idols, worshiping all these people? Everybody's on a pedestal and you can't even show up for your goals. You are over here procrastinating and you can't even show up for your goals. You can't even stay committed to your goals. The woman that you want to become, the man that you want to become needs to change this mindset where you go in and go for everything you want. What do you need to work on right now that's going to provide you a fruitful and abundant life besides the idols that you're worshiping, the music that you're listening to, the bags and all these other things on your wish list that they don't matter right now? You actually need to work on your consistency. You actually need to work on your confidence. You actually need to step into your leadership and the role that you've desired for so long. That is super important to get to the next level. These bags, these materialistic things, they're only here for temporary comfort, but it's not going to bring you the dream life that you want a year from now, 10 years from now. Seriously, guys? It's not going to bring you the lifestyle that you want. It's not going to bring you the investments that you want to make or the moves that you want to make in 5 or 10 years. So honeys, especially if you're younger than me, start to spend your money wisely. Start to spend your time wisely. Start to believe in yourself and gain as much confidence, even if it feels delusional. Show up for yourself. A lot of the things that you're already distracted by have you mentally unwell, unstable, questioning yourself, doubting yourself, comparing yourself to other people, making you feel like you're in lack of so often, or it has you in debt. But why go through life in debt? The only debt you should really have is when you're using your money to actually make more money, or you're using that debt to make more money. That's why you had debt in the first place. So if you have debt because you're buying a bunch of materialistic things, you're doing life backwards. Why wouldn't you go in debt just trying to pay for your coaches that are going to teach you how to do something, right? Do something with your body, changing your mind, improving your skills, giving, you know what I mean? Improving the quality of your life, not the look of your life. A lot of people are going for the aesthetically pleasing look rather than the longevity of the seeds that you're planting right now. Stop comparing yourself with others. This should be a video in itself every single day, because I do always see one comment where someone's like, oh, I can't stop comparing myself. I feel like this person. At that point, if you can't stop comparing yourself to other people's lives on the internet, then you need to get off the internet and stop including that into your daily or weekly routine until you feel confident within yourself. You need to learn that what you have is enough to get started. You need to take the time to reflect on how much God has already given you or pulled you out of. How can he give you anything more? How can God give you anything more or bless you with anything further if you are not currently grateful for where you currently are right now, what he's brought you through? Listen, God cannot bless you with more if you are already ungrateful for where it is that he has brought you from. You may not be where you want to be, but in every step, you need to be grateful. That is the missing piece. And that's why writing in your gratitude books and doing your devotionals and reflecting in your journals where you're talking to your present self, writing in your journals past tense and just manifesting over and over, but also being patient with what God is going to do for you in your life and being a good steward in the process, being patient in the process to know that God made no mistake when he made you. So you are not second to anybody else. You lack nothing because he knew what was going to be in your plans and your purpose for you. right? Just because it's not revealed to you doesn't mean that he doesn't have something good for you. You know what happens when you're patient? Good things happen when you're patient. You know what happens when you're not patient? You end up settling for the breadcrumbs. You end up settling for the dust. You end up settling below your comfort. You know what I mean? You accept the bare minimum. That's what happens when you're impatient. And if you're comparing yourself to other people, how can God bless you if you want to eat off somebody else's plate? Work on yourself so that you have stuff to bring to the table. The reason why you're comparing yourself to other people is because you're not willing to do the work that it will require you to put in. It's like getting out of your comfort zone, putting in effort to be consistent, putting in effort to believe in yourself. The people that you're comparing yourself against, they're delusionally confident. They're delusionally believing in themselves. They keep showing up for themselves because they want the results. And that is what you got to do for yourself, because somebody out there is always going to be winning because they made the choice that they wanted to wake up and choose to win despite how they were feeling. So you need to get up and choose to win despite how you feel. Stop comparing yourself to other people and start to figure out what you actually want and turn that into reality. Turn it into it's not impossible, but I need you to ask yourself this question and really reflect on this question right now. Do you show up for yourself consistently, or do you show up for other people more? That answer alone is going to tell you all that you need to know, and then you'll be able to fix whatever is going on in your life. Time is going to go by. You're going to be old very soon. You're going to be old. We only got this one body and this one life. I don't know how many times I got to say this just to remind you, but let this be the video that just hypes you up. We are halfway through February, babe. There is no way you should be sitting there still comparing yourself. I don't care how many rest days you need. Get back up and remind yourself that God made no mistakes and you have something to do. And doing something is not scrolling. Doing something is working on yourself. Whatever you have to do, go and find a mentor. Go and find communities. Go and involve yourself in leadership programs that are going to help you excel in your confidence, in your belief, in your skills, in your leadership. Where are we? Number 4, I'm honestly going to stop numbering these things, but listen. Next up, I wrote, you got to carry yourself differently. You just got to move differently at this point. When you want to become the woman of your dreams, the man of your dreams, how does that man or woman show up? How does she dress? How does she carry herself? How does she smell? Move in the way that reflects the quality of the woman or the man that you want to become. Listen, when I go on TikTok sometimes or Instagram, sometimes I'll see this twerking. And I used to be the girl that would be twerking maybe about 5 years ago. Not recent. I would be the girl that would be twerking. Or I show a lot of cleavage on my body, but I am a bikini model. I also see this loud, aggressive behavior. I see women that are embarrassing themselves as they expose themselves, stalking their man to find out if they're cheating. You see so many things on the internet that doesn't reflect somebody working on becoming the better version of themselves. And sometimes that is actually a good thing. You end up seeing what you don't want to have in your life. That's something that you would never want to replicate in your life. Something that you would not even wish on your enemy, that other people are confidently doing to expose themselves or embarrass themselves in public. You need to realize that social media is not a game. This is your life. These are people's lives. How do you want to show up? So I took a break on Instagram, and when I'm ready to show up as the woman of my dreams and post intentionally, you will find me back on the page. But for now, as I work on myself and be very intentional about how I move, oh my goodness, you can never ask me to show up in the way that I used to, because I'm so focused on becoming the better version of myself. You need to reflect on how you carry yourself and really catch yourself. How is your posture? Do you slug a lot? Are you outside cursing? What comes out of your mouth? Just like I mentioned earlier, this ignorant comment, ignorance should not even come out of your mouth. Curse words, I'm working on that. I've been working on that, to curse less and to just show up more graceful and elegant. So again, just watch what comes out of your mouth. Start to walk and maneuver and act like the dream woman or the dream man that you desire to become. I also forgot, if you smell like alcohol, you smell like weed, you smell like all this garbage, it's not a good look. You need to really start to handle any substances properly where you are not impacting your character. Instead of tearing people down, including yourself, I need you to start encouraging people around you. We want to be the light in the room. We want to be the one with the radiant energy, the one that got away, the one that is irreplaceable, the one that has such positive energy that everyone wants to be around. You know something about me? I'm very particular with who I give my energy to, just because I give a lot of good energy and people always want to be around me. And because I notice that people always want to be around me, or they want to come up to me because they know I'm always gonna leave them with something empowering or motivating. I remember when I would be at the gym, which I'm actually going to the gym right now. I remember when I would be at the gym with my man and people would come up to me and ask me questions while I was prepping for shows, and he would get so upset. He'd be like, girl, you're prepping for pro bodybuilding shows and you are stopping to give people advice, to uplift them, to encourage them. And he was like, you can't do that anymore. And I was like, well, I'm here. I'm a people's person. However, you have to realize it is so important for you to work on developing yourself to become someone who is kind and generous with their words, right? And also going above and beyond to say encouraging things to other people that may lift them up as well. I look at all the obstacles that I came from and the help and the support that I had when I had nothing, right? If I didn't have kind people like that in my life, I wouldn't be here right now. You need to start to show up at encouraging other people, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your home, whether it's looking in the mirror and talking to yourself, to be very kind to yourself and graceful to yourself, that kind words come out of your mouth. You got to really start to look at the positive, even when the negative is happening around you and you got a whole tornado and you don't understand and you don't know what to do in life. Trust me, this life is filled with tons of anxiety and depression and all these negative emotions flowing through. But there is not one moment that I don't believe that God has put a light into you that does not shine. You will always shine when you have God with you. Trust me when I say that. You are never alone and you have nothing to worry about. Think positively in adversity, no matter what. Always be kind. Leave a lasting impression. You never know who you are talking to. I remember before I even got into the hospitality industry, I was working at a Starbucks and I was serving this man every single morning, and I would chat him up. I would chat everybody up. I remembered names. So I knew his drink. I would always make it. And for years went by. And then I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to go apply to this restaurant. When I went to the restaurant, that was the manager. That was the owner, the manager, and he hired me. So that was my first hospitality job where I made some good money, and then I transitioned and only got paid and paid. So you know what? You just never know who you're speaking to. So just be mindful of who you're speaking to and how you carry yourself outside as well. Those people who you are kind to can also open doors for you. So you got to be very mindful who you're speaking to and also how you speak of yourself in front of other people as well. Those people, they're flowers that deserve their flowers, especially if they're here trying to improve the world, the quality of life, improve themselves and add to society. Give those people their flowers and help them. Stand beside them to lift them up, to pour into their cup, to encourage them. Your coaches, your mentors, your friends, your partner, your parents. Go and show them as much love and encouragement as you need today, because trust me, it will come back tenfold. Know when to walk away. And I'm going to say this after this TikTok video. A beautiful woman who decided that she wanted to camp outside of her man's house to catch him cheating. Know when to walk away. I wish I knew that, because honey, I feel like my old self was that crazy and insane to go and do something like that. I probably would have done it. I don't think I've ever camped outside of a guy. I've never camped outside of a guy's house. Let me correct myself. But I have went to the house to knock on that door to be like, is she inside? I have done that before. And there are some limits and boundaries that you need to put within yourself where you know when to walk away and not embarrass yourself when somebody is embarrassing you or disrespecting you. Listen, when people are disrespecting you, they know exactly what they're doing. Stop giving them chances after chances, because if you did it, if the tables were turned, honey, they would have left you. They would have kicked you out. They would have been bye-bye, on to the next. You need to be just like that and go on to the next. There's no way why you should be on social media embarrassing yourself to make yourself look that insane and delusional, to put up with somebody's ignorant behavior and think that you have to embarrass yourself for that person. He's not worth it. She's not worth it. There are people in this world that are just not worth it, and it's not worth your time. It's not worth your stress. It's not worth your headache. It's not worth your life. It's not worth your emotional well-being. Because, honey, how many times did I not want to go to work because I was having an emotional breakdown because my boyfriend, this, my blah. I didn't want to show up because my boyfriend, my girlfriend, the fights and the this and the that. Listen, you need to know when to walk away. When it's impacting your health, when it's impacting your physical, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, your financial health, wealth. I'm telling you right now, listen, stop choosing your comfort zone if it's not serving you. You know what I mean? When you sit in situations like that, you only devalue yourself. God is going to give you options. Listen, when certain things happen, believe that they are redirections because God was trying to show you another way out, right? I remember that so clearly. Looking back at 5 years ago or 6 years ago now, I had no idea what was going on in the situation. Was God redirecting me to become this woman right here, full of wisdom? You need to trust in that moment. Open your eyes and say, you know what? If this is not serving me, I'm no longer going to waste my time and give my energy to this and be losing sleep, be losing income, be neglecting my children or neglecting the people who actually love me because somebody wants to get me out of character, because somebody wants reassurance that I love them, so they want me to act a fool. You don't deserve that. There's not enough money or time in the world that, trust me, it's not worth it. So please, don't be the person on TikTok that is acting a fool. Don't be the friend that is allowing your friends to do that either. And keep your business as private as possible. And listen, if it doesn't serve you, just walk away. Just know that you are of value. You are of quality. Why don't you believe that there are good things out here for you? To all the people that are comparing themselves to the people on the internet, listen, I had to work so hard to become this woman, to know that I will never, ever let somebody get me out of character or disrespect me or embarrass me, talk any way to me. You're crazy. I had to become a woman that stands on her words. Build a lot of mental toughness, emotional toughness. And don't worry, there's a video coming out. But trust me, the work that you do on yourself right now, you will never regret, because of how much you are going to learn, the wisdom that's going to come from all the lessons and the past lessons that you had to go through. If you don't open your eyes to the lessons, you are going to be forever blind, walking in circles, making the same mistakes. And you know what happens when you keep making those same mistakes? You end up with a baby, and then you bring generational curses onto your children. So you need to open your eyes today and realize that you got this one life. So how do you want to show up in the world? The last time I recorded Becoming the Woman of Your Dreams, it was 25 degrees outside, honey. It's -14. I'm about to go and work out. I'm so excited and pumped to go and work out. I think I'm about to get my cycle. So your girl is spicy, but I'm not giving you till April, babes. I'm giving you to the end of February to figure out, to sit with yourself, to reflect, to get clarity. You know what you need in this world? Clarity. You need to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you. You don't need what everyone else has. You don't need what is on everyone else's plate. You don't need to be like anybody else. And I think that's what Auntie didn't really realize about my kind of content, is you need to stand on who you are. All gas, no brakes. If you guys enjoyed my energy today and you guys enjoyed this kind of hype up content, don't forget to show some love down below. Give this video a thumbs up. You just send this video to all your girlies, all the aunties, so they know that they actually need to stand in their leadership too. Because honey, nothing ignorant should be even coming out of your mouth. no matter what race you are. All right, let's just stand in love, support each other, and try and show up for each other as best as we can. I love talking to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.